Blessings. Today is Good Friday, and last night we had the commemoration of what we call Maundy Thursday. And this is coming from John chapter 15, where Jesus says to his close knit followers, "A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another." The word in the Latin is mandate. So that's why it's known as Maundy. And you can actually even hear the root of the word mandate or command in the word Maundy. So that's why it's known as Maundy Thursday, as that was part of the discussion of Jesus as he was celebrating the Passover with his followers and gave them the command that they were to love one another. And he even says very directly, "You are my followers. You are my friends if you obey what I command." And then he gives us that command, "Love one another as I have loved you." He even demonstrates this by washing their feet, showing them exactly the kind of service, the kind of selfless love that he is calling his followers to. So it's very explicit. And it's tied together with Good Friday, of course, because Jesus, during the meal, takes the bread and the cup and he says, "This is my body and this is my blood." He calls it a new covenant that is for our forgiveness. And Paul, in 1 Corinthians 11, verse 26, says, "For whenever you eat this bread and drink this cup, you proclaim the Lord's death until he comes." Christians, whenever we publicly take the Lord's Supper, we are proclaiming several things. One, that we are sinners. Two, that Christ had to come in order to suffer and die for our sins, to remove them from us. Excuse me. And that necessitated that Jesus had to be true God and true man in order to accomplish this. We proclaim that Jesus did actually physically die. He did not just swoon on the cross or faint, and that he was literally dead, that he was also raised by God the Father for our justification. We proclaim also in the Lord's Supper that we receive the forgiveness of sins, just as Jesus said, it is the new covenant of forgiveness in his name. And then, as Paul says in 1 Corinthians 11, verse 26, we are awaiting his return until he comes. Christians, when we take the Lord's Supper, we are looking forward to the fullness of Christ's kingdom coming. So there's a lot of things tied in with the Lord's Supper on Maundy Thursday and the death of Jesus on Good Friday. Of course, the greatest blessing is that we know Christ was raised from the dead. We have the prophecies regarding this. We have the eyewitness accounts of this, so we can have good confidence that Christ lives and that he will return in order to take us to life eternal. This is something that we really celebrate as Christians, and I hope that you not only come to honor Jesus on Easter or Christmas, but that you live in that resurrection joy year-round. Blessings.